I think it's a little bit of Black Phoenix magic. I don't know what's going on. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? This is take 2 of this review after yesterday's absolute catastrophe where pretty much everything electrical in my house broke at one point. Mercury is in retrograde. Shit got real. So today I'm doing a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab review. I haven't done one for a really long time, so I've been wearing this one quite a lot recently, so I thought I'd just quickly review it. Why not? So this is Dragon's Heart. It's a general catalogue fragrance, which means you can get it all year round. It's not a limited edition or anything. It's part of their Ars Draconis line. Every single fragrance in that particular group or section has a magical ingredient in it called Dragon's Blood Resin. It's something that the lab favours. It's a really interesting note, but it's very hard to pin down. They've got Dragon's Bone, which is a sandalwoody type one, Dragon's Eye, which is more floral, Dragon's Milk, which is my favourite, which has got a honeyed vanilla in it, but this one is Dragon's Heart. It's probably the richest one in the line, I think. So let me talk about Dragon's Blood Resin first of all. It's hard to pin down, like I said. It smells, I think it's like an incensey floral type thing, slightly resinous. A lot of people say it smells a little bit like lilacs. So it's very intense, it's a very intense note. They do have just Dragon's Blood on its own as a fragrance. I really want to just get that because I really enjoy it on its own. But then they like to pair it with other things. And this one is the heart part of it. So this is their description. It says, a scent pulsating with vitality, warmth and insurmountable strength. Dragon's Blood Resin, red and black musks, a throb of fig and a sliver of blackcurrant. Ooh. Really great notes, right there. So I'm going to say first of all to the actual BPAL people, the people that do try their fragrances out and kind of get what they're about. This is somewhere between Scheherazade and Smut. Scheherazade is in my top 5 general catalogue fragrances ever. It's the most gorgeous, incensey, just really exotic fragrance. Also available all year round. Have reviewed it here. And Smut, it's actually closer to Smut, which is a fragrance that only comes out around Valentine's Day. It's in their Lupercalia section, or Lupercalia, I'm not sure. BPAL people just call them Loopers for short, it just makes it easier. So if you really like Smut and you've never tried this but you can't get Smut, this is a really good alternative, I would say. So what does it smell like? Let me just put it on my hand and rub it in a bit because it's oil. Look at the colour of the liquid, it's so dark. This is quite an aged imp, so it has been aging for a really long time. This is one of those ones that gets better with age, so the longer you leave it, the richer it's going to get. So I will say first of all, before I describe it, that I never really get fig from it. Everything else I do, but fig doesn't really show itself to me at all. So when you first put it on, you've got this combination of Dragon's Blood Resin and their Red Musk, which is another kind of fantasy musk that they make. Fantasy note, I should say, sorry. It's amazing. It's my favourite type of musk ever. I don't know how they make it, I don't know what's in it, I don't know where it comes from, but it's a very, very exotic, rich kind of musk. Again, it also smells a little bit incensey. And this isn't me just saying, oh, it smells incensey, because a lot of people, when they smell Black Phoenix fragrances, they just go to the incensey place. This one actually does smell incensey. So it's both of those things. So you've got a slightly resinous, almost lilac-y floral with this really exotic, rich red musk first of all. And there's a kind of syrupiness going on from the blackcurrant, but it never really smells of blackcurrant. It's like the blackcurrant is just adding a bit more dark richness to the fragrance. So this one is one of my favourite swirlers. It behaves so well on your skin. You always catch wafts of it. It swirls really well in the air, so you're always continually aware that you've got it on. And Dragon's Blood fragrances from the lab really, really make me feel empowered, and I don't know why that is, but every time I wear them, I feel like, yeah, watch me walk. I'm a dude. Really, it's really got an incensey feel. It feels a little bit like Joss Sticky kind of incense, this one, but with lots of red richness going on as well, and purple richness. So when it starts to dry, you can still feel the Dragon's Blood Resin and the Red Musk, but the Black Musk also comes into play, and it makes the whole thing a little bit rougher, a lot muskier. It's almost kind of like a slightly rougher, dirtier musk that comes out. And the blackcurrant is just nowhere to be found. But it still retains a very good wafty, swirly, kind of mysterious feeling when you wear it. And I love it. Also, they do Dragon's Musk as well, side note, which is, when that one dries, that one is heavenly. There's a couple of those I need to get. I need to get a few more of the Dragon line, for sure. So yeah, it's dry here, and it's a lot muskier. It doesn't really fade too quickly. It's one of them on the more potent end of their scale, because they do have very light and fluffy and gourmand fragrances, right down to the more darker gothic kind of stuff. This is in the kind of gothic territory. It's a little bit vampy, a little bit campy, a little bit everything. Do you know what I mean? It's quite intense and very kind of brooding a little bit. I really, really like it. It's a great one. I get about 6-7 hours out of this just from a couple of swipes. I mean, like I said, it's on the more potent side of their fragrances, and I really, really enjoy wearing it. It's quite emblazoned with fiery goodness. I love it. Anyway, that's my short and sweet review of Dragon's Heart by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. I'm Matt Click my logo down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye.